What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Racer Rob coming back at you, and today it is really cold in here. So today we are going to be doing Road to 600 wheel horsepower part 6, and that will be installing this Precision Raceworks Stage 2.5 version 2 low pressure fuel pump in Shigo. I still have the fuel pump fuse removed, and the car is still on quick jacks. Realistically, there shouldn't be any fuel pressure still in the lines, especially since it's been sitting for a couple days. But I do believe that when you open the door, it pressurizes the fuel system. So I'm probably going to open both doors, do a quick startup, let it die after the blub blub, and then I'll rip out the back seats and show you how to install this fuel pump. For those curious, it is a bucketed fuel pump. It is just a basically direct replacement, and it's good for like 650 horsepower on pump. So hoping we can get the horsepower that we need out of the pump. I know it's supposed to help alleviate some stress from the high pressure fuel pump, which is a brand new one. When Shigo blew up, I put that in. But now we have port injection and all the goodies installed. So next step is going to be the fuel pump, and then after that, next episode will be installing JV4, the two-step and the anti-lag. After that, then I'm going to do the BMS port injection controller that goes through JV4, has a bunch of safety features, and I think after that, actually, the car is going to be ready to be tuned. So I still need to contact Wedge Performance, but I've definitely decided I'm going to go through them instead of getting a dyno tune through Bren. I'm looking for a N54 BMW specific tuner versus someone that does like a little bit of everything. I guess it would help if I unlock the car. Alright, so I do have to clean a couple things out. By a couple things, I just mean these two kick plates. Pretty easy. Throw those to the side. I have taken these seats out before, so it's actually pretty easy. You just gotta pop it up. I'm gonna probably do it off camera so I can use two hands, but basically just pop up from the bottom and then the seat will come out. Just pop the seat. Just two corners. And then you just gotta kind of swing it out. There is a little tab in there that goes around this center trim. Now the seat's out. Now we can lift the carpet and access the fuel pump. All right, now we can do a quick start, I believe. I don't need to open the door because it'll literally die in like 2 seconds. Ooh, dead battery. How much voltage? 10. Alright, well, I guess I'm not starting it. I guess I could put it on the battery tender, so I guess I'll be right back. Battery tender is tending. It's not engine start, so let's try this again. Okay, so the battery is definitely dead, so I'm going to switch this to charge and start charging the battery at least. Since I did alleviate the fuel pressure when I did the port injection, I should still be okay, I think, since the car hasn't had power to prime the pump, nor has it had a fuel pump fuse. So I'm gonna try and install this anyway and just see what happens. It's cold, I'm already using the propane, and I'm already out here, so let's get it done. First, we're gonna grab our carpet, pull this back a little. I could remove that to make it a little bit easier, but I'm gonna hope that I can just hold it out of the way enough Maybe I'll grab a tool or something I can put on this to weigh it down. Grabbed my impact with my 10 mil. Grabbed the fuel pump remover lock ring tool. And I have a battery weighing down the carpet. So next step is going to be remove these 4 10 mil nuts, and then you're going to open the lid. Sweet. So we have our 4 nuts removed. Tray. Now this should be able to lift up and away. So then in here we have 2 clips going to the lid that need to be detached. There's one. Let's see. Those to also be detached, and I'm actually gonna go grab a flashlight. All right, I have just removed the second clip from the lid. Now there's going to be a couple of, I believe they're vent breather, but you're gonna push down, push the little green tab in, and then it's going to be removable. So we got that one, and then let's see, this one has another tab. Push down. Oh, it's got 2 tabs. All right, I need 2 hands. Be right back. All right, we got that last and final fitting off of the pump. It was just squeezed the 2 gray tabs in. I actually used a little pick to pry it up, but now that that's all done, we can move that out of the way, grab our nifty new lock ring removal tool. Okay, I'll put it in there. And I might need 2 hands for this too, but let's see. Yeah, maybe 2 hands. Yeah, all right, I need more space. Be right back. Yeah, this tool definitely made it a little easier than struggling with smacking it with a flathead or messing with one of those adjustable ones. All right, so this is going to unscrew, and then there is a little kind of tab in the back that causes alignment issues. So it's going to be a little bit to get this out. But see, I think I just got to move this vent hose out of the way. So let me move that and I'll grab this out up here. Okay, I got the ring out. That was a huge pain in the ass. I don't know why it was so difficult, but oh, actually, maybe it's because I didn't take it out in the right direction or something. I don't know. But there is a little tab in the back that does cause alignment issues or sealing issues if it is not installed correctly. So, right here, little note. All right, now that that is removed, I know the top is just kind of springing at us. Let's see what we can do here. There's gonna be some more connectors under here that we need to disconnect. I have the lid removed enough so where we can see the next step we need to do. There's going to be these 2 clamps for connectors on kind of the middle where these 2 ports are. Those need to be disconnected. There's a line going here that needs to come off, and then I believe down here we need to remove those 2 clamps on the pump itself. So I'm gonna remove all this stuff and get back to you. Disconnected that first hose. It's just going to be a 1 press tab, and then it'll kind of get off past this channel. I used the 90-degree pick to, again, just kind of pry it out, get it off the fitting. All right, got those 2 plugs removed. When looking at the front of the fuel pump, or I guess from the front of the back seat, The small two wires that are greenish and black go on the right hand side of the pump, and then the orange and red are on the left. Just a minor installation note. All right, another update. There is this green connector that goes to the top of the pump. Focus. Green connector. That's just gonna get pushed in, and then you're able to pull that orangish tube out. There are these two black tubes that go in these two little clip tube holders down there, and I believe those are just return lines. But now I have everything disconnected. I, in theory, should be able to pull out the bucket and dump the remaining fuel back into the tank. Another little note that I should probably mention is do this when you have a low fuel tank. Currently I have 18% of my total fuel capacity remaining in the tank, so this should be, well, it's noticeably less fuel filled than I was expecting from other videos. So again, just make sure you have low gas, quarter tank or so. All right, removal of the pump is definitely a two-handed job, so I'm gonna get this thing out and on the bench. I'll have it compared to the Precision Raceworks pump, and we can kind of compare and contrast, see what the differences are. Boom, no fuel pump. It was actually really easy, just had to kind of rotate it and then it pulled out. But we've got our two pumps laid out on the bench. This again is our stock pump, and then this is again our Precision Raceworks Stage 2.5 version 2 low pressure fuel pump. It features a Walbro 535 single. And again, this is bucketed. It does have a new fuel level sensor, so you can run it basically empty. Unlike the bucketless setups, which you need to keep a quarter tank of gas in to avoid issues. Basically the same thing. I'm pretty sure this is actually just an OEM fuel pump housing that they modify to fit all this nice stuff in. But I am going to remove the caps and basically just drop it in, see what we can do. Only difference I see is the connect to the top of the pump that used to be vertical is now horizontal. And other than that, we have new connectors. Same thing, it's different color wires, but thin on the right side and thicker gauge on the left side. I did have to put the fuel level sensor arm in here, but that was pretty easy. You just kind of push it in, it clicks, and then you just push this black piece down and it also clicks. Alright, before I drop this all back in, I did connect everything. Everything went in great. Replaced my fuel tank gasket, and now I should be able to just kind of push this down. The indentation. All right, after a lot of struggling with this stupid ring and making sure that, again, the little notch is seated up there, got the fuel pump basically installed. All I gotta do is remove this, slap this on here, remove this cap, plug in this guy. Probably gonna need two hands for that. Then I just gotta put the connectors back on. But super easy. All right, we got our lid all connected back. And put this down. Slap our 10mm nuts back on. Start my hand, just zap them down. Ah, spider. Ooh. Goodbye. Some of the tools out, lids back on, this, carpets down. Hopefully this fuel smell kind of gets away from the car in the next day or two. I'm gonna throw the seat back in and then I'll kind of wrap up with you guys. Back seat is all put back together now. Glove box and the fuse for the fuel pump are reinserted as well. All right, now that the fuel pump's in and everything is put back together, I'm basically just waiting on the battery to charge, and then I'll be able to move forward, I guess. Not that the battery's stopping me. Like I mentioned earlier, will be installing the JB4 next, and probably the port injection controller. Those might be two separate videos, but those are kind of what's going on with Chigo, at least for the time being. All the other Go Fast parts are in, so if you haven't already, please check out the rest of our Road to 600 horsepower series that we have going on here. And honestly, I was expecting that to be way harder, more complicated and confusing, but realistically, there's so few connections that you can mess up. The only two being the connectors on the underside of the top hat. If you flip those around, then your fuel level sensor and something else might not work. But I'm 100% certain that I did all that correctly. Again, thicker wire was on the left, thinner wire was on the right. I believe it was blue on the right, red on the left. Just a couple hoses need to be plugged in, and realistically all you need is a 10 mil, maybe a pick, and this fuel pump remover tool. People have done it with a big flathead and just smacking the ring and stuff with a hammer, but I was not about to do that. This tool was expensive, being $47, but there's adjustable $15 ones on Amazon if you want to cheap out and have an adjustable one, but I didn't want the tool coming loose and basically having to keep tightening it or adjusting it or stuff. So this was really neat, this fuel pump remover tool, and I really like how there's little notches on this that go right into the fuel lid, giving you kind of the leverage you need to remove the ring. The ring was definitely the hardest part of this entire install, but again, we did it in under an hour, so realistically, and again, with just minor hand tools, you at home can upgrade your fuel pump. So hopefully this helps out in relieving some stress from the high pressure fuel pump, and again, it has the 750cc injectors paired with it. So hopefully we'll have plenty of fueling to get to the horsepower we're looking for. Turbos are good for like 630, I believe, with the upgraded thrust bearings. If you liked the video, please drop a like. If you have any questions, comments, or install issues that you're running into yourself, please, drop a comment down below. Happy to get to those when I see them. And then, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Check out Upstairs Customs, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for joining us on part 6 of the Road to 600 wheel.